Go outside, but the trucks, we got a bunch of trucks out there, Jolly. We can't go outside. Hey there. Hello, Montgomery. Hello, Paula. Hello, Pamza. Hello, Jonathan, Roland, Billy, Twist User, Will Gator, Keith, hang on. Wait for me. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. Coming back. Coming back. I'm back. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. This is a show I've been doing. I'm not trying to rip off Mr. Rogers. I really felt uncomfortable without my slippers on this morning. My name is Ken Tracy again, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning. It's a little after 8 o'clock. You see Holly and I doing her tricks. Took months of training to get her to walk between my legs. Hello, Tara. Hello, Paula. Hello, Robert Montgomery. This is a show I've been doing a long time. It's a show about me talking and sharing some stuff, sharing a little bit about life, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs, the experiences we have. And I seem to have a lot of experiences. I think I attract them. Not sure why. But I am coming at you right now from Naperville, Illinois. And it's awfully dark in my home. I had big plans this morning. Hi, we're not going outside. I had big plans this morning. When I say big plans, they weren't real big plans, and they were barely even plans. I do a morning video every day, and this morning, it's kind of rainy and dark. Let me show you what we're dealing with outside. Like to do that. Kind of rainy and dark out there. And I said, good morning, Joy, on my morning video that I was going to enjoy the rain today. And in my mind, that I pictured myself as a child wearing like little rubber boots. I don't know what color they would have been, but they would have been cute. Maybe shut this door. Get out of here, Holly. Come on. And in my mind, I pictured myself, again, playing outside, stomping in the rain, jumping in puddles. And after I got my morning video done, I'm going to have a seat, if that's okay. Hopefully it won't be too dark. Oh, my body's hurting, folks. My body's hurting. But anyway, let me set this up. I pictured myself doing... after I finished my morning video, I went on my walk with Holly, and it usually takes about 20 minutes, and we just knocked that out right now. But as I was heading out the door, I go, hey, it's not too cold out. It's not too, maybe I should do the video outside and show that I can share my joy share my joy with, thank you, Tara. Share my joy for the rain, for the weather, for good weather and bad weather. And do my video outside. And I got home from my dog walk. I was all ready to go. And as I was showing you a moment ago, I don't know if you can see out there. Have a couple work trucks from AT&T sitting out there. And I like to go outside. I like to sit out there with my dog. And having a couple work trucks and guys coming and going, doing work in mine or the neighbor's yard. I don't know what they're doing today. Would be distracting. Not to mention they leave their trucks on idle. So you heard a little low rumble when I was out there a minute ago. So anyway, I wasn't able to go live outside. So as usual, we're doing the best we can because life teaches us. As I was walking by the truck, I was originally feeling disappointment. As I was walking back with Holly, I was originally feeling disappointment and going, I wanted to go outside. I go, things happen for a reason. So maybe it'll work well. I don't know, in here, so I don't know if it will or not. But I believe things happen for a reason. Anyway, it's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some experience. You got to be flexible. Oh, well, thank you. Sharing some experiences, sharing some ups and downs. I saw somebody fly by that followed the host. Thank you so much for following the host. Good morning, Scott Concrete. Tara Jane, I'm so glad you're here today. You've already come in. Your power has already been flexed. I appreciate that. Hold on one second. Hang with me. I was about to take my first sip of coffee. Felt my nose was a little runny. It's hard to talk live show while your nose is all plugged. Good morning, Brenda. Thank you for joining. Welcome, everyone. Anyway, before I talk too long, it's a show about me talking. But as you know, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee. I haven't had a sip in about half an hour since my dog walked. I'm looking forward to cracking into this. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. I don't know if any of you watched my morning video, but I revealed the coffee already, and it's the cinnamon dolce. I'm predictable. In the fall, I think I'm a pumpkin spice guy, and maybe in the spring, I'm a cinnamon dolce guy. Hello, Titan. Hello, bees jammin'. Or Wee's jamming? I don't have my glasses in. Paula, I'll forgive you for your cold iced coffee. I don't discriminate. I mean, I don't even have to forgive you. You do you. If you like cold iced coffee, drink cold iced coffee. Honestly, if you like tea, drink tea. If you like orange juice, drink orange juice. My thing is just coffee. Plus, there's alliteration with Coffee with Ken. Do you guys remember alliteration from school? Not a tiny snake. Somebody, one of my Mississippi viewers said, hopefully you have a string on your arm, not a tiny snake. And yes, it is a little black thread. Shannon, I appreciate you for watching out for me. And Scott Concrete, I don't even know what's going on in New York City. But Shannon, I think you're revealing your locale. Shannon, I think, is from Mississippi. And they have big, scary snakes, poisonous snakes there. So when she saw this thread, her mind immediately went to a snake on my arm. No, it's just a thread. Look sharp, be sharp. Thank you, Tara Jane. We can talk about what's going on in New York City if anyone wants to tell me. Is that the Trump indictment or whatever? Somebody said I'm not very sharp. Am I on the spectrum? I mean, that's kind of an insulting thing to say, not only to me, because they intended it towards me, but I think it's an insulting thing to say to anybody that's struggling out there. Hello, Jack Taylor. Yeah, don't you think so, Paula? Don't you think so? It is very rude. It is very rude. Well, you guys are all reuniting. It feels so good. Tara Jane, you're on the ball. You're right. I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on in New York City. I assume it has something to do with Donald Trump being indicted. Is Scott Concrete, are you still there? I hope that you are. I think it probably has something to do with Donald Trump being indicted. For those out there, I don't have cable. I don't have cable. And I was telling my buddy that the other day, and he goes, I bet it's a lot less stressful in your house without cable. And it is. It's amazing. Mine was a financial decision, to be honest with you. You know, I have a lot of expenses. I'm working a job that doesn't pay a ton. And cable itself costs like $150 a month. And about 2 or 3 months ago, I was realizing
I was basically flipping between AMC, which is American Movie Classics. They play a lot of good movies. And one of the news outlets. And it was usually Fox News, to be honest. And it was usually Fox News. And I find watching the news is so much more, makes your life so much more stressful and so much more, no matter what side of the aisle you are. And it's kind of interesting. I met a politician yesterday. Good morning, Eugenie. Agreed on streaming. Yeah, the news is stressful. I was at lunch the other day with a woman, in the lunchroom at my Super Target. And there was a woman that I'm friendly with, and there was the news was on, and I think it was about a school shooting, and it's very sad, the school shooting, but the woman near me goes, "Oh, that's so horrible." And she's right, it is horrible. But I think the news sells horrible. They don't sell good bystander saves dog from busy street, or that doesn't sell well. They want to get on and talk about a fire or a murder or a drowning or something horrible that happened. And we as gullible consumers gobble it up. And for some reason, like to, experience misery and be bummed. And, hello, Sarah! And watch bad news. So anyway, my point is I don't even have cable. I'm kind of aware of a little bit what's going on, that apparently they indicted grand jury for something or other, or indicted Donald Trump for something or other in New York. So somebody asked, it's a big day in New York. Yeah, but Paula, the problem is, Paula just said they should make a positive local news. The sad thing is, Paula, it wouldn't get good viewership. I think they would if it would get good viewership. But again, it's really our fault, or the human's fault, because for some reason, horrible news story titillates that. Yeah, but Jack Taylor, as I was just saying, I don't think good news sells. Called Good News Movement, and it's incredible. Is it okay? Well, I could be wrong. I've definitely been wrong before. There's an Instagram called Good News Movement, and it's incredible. Yeah. Well, okay, cool. Let's have a little more coffee. So today, thank you. Today is my day off. I tell you what, I enjoy it. I enjoy my job. I've been working at Super Target. It's kind of an entry-level, simple, easy, not easy position, but simple position. I know exactly what I got to do every day. And it's a job I enjoy. But boy, yesterday my body was hurting. It's so, you're moving around, you're standing, you're picking up boxes all day. And it feels good to be doing work, but boy, my leg was hurting yesterday. And at one point I was hobbling along, and I was honestly leaning on the cart that I was pushing just to take some weight off my knee. It was for some reason bad in the morning. It felt so good to sleep in. It felt so good to get a good night's rest, to take Holly out on her walk, to enjoy the wet weather we're having. Jack Taylor, I don't know if you just tuned in. I got some work trucks outside my, let's show you again. Got some work trucks doing some work outside my house. Hey, Katie! I was planning to go live outside, and I don't know, Holly and work trucks and workmen and coffee shows live probably don't go well together. Don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're giving me free cable. I don't even know if I'd want free cable. I was patiently waiting. Jack Taylor, I was worried that you were. Jack Taylor, I was worried about you. I I know I was a few minutes late today. But I cram a lot in the mornings. And I got back from my walk. I was going, I'm not even going to tell you the real reason I was late. I know, but I was a few minutes late. I do pride myself on punctuality very much. And, for the longest time, I was doing the show live every morning and I was starting at 7:59 pretty much on the button every morning for about 2 months. And due to stuff, I ended up getting a job at Super Target. And, well, thank you, Joy. I appreciate that. Katie, say hi to Joy. Joy, say hi to Katie. You guys are excited. How many exclamation points is that, Katie? Katie sent a total of like 8 exclamation points and I think a rose to you, Joy. Well, you're both Texans, so you guys. Oh, by the way, as I was starting my walk, I walked through a park. And I think it's important we appreciate beauty or find beauty and when we appreciate beauty, I think we're showing, and I don't want to get on a soapbox, a Christian soapbox. I talked about God a lot lately. And there were a bunch of little blue flowers coming through the grass, despite the kind of wet, coolish spring we've had so far. But there's a bunch of blue flowers coming from the grass. And I thought it was so pretty. And as I'm walking, I go, I think when you appreciate beauty, you're thanking God, or you're appreciating God, or you're connecting with God. And I'm not trying to say, get on my soapbox and preach anything in specifically. But I think you're connecting with the universe, with whatever you believe in, whatever your faith in. And I just realized as I was appreciating the beautiful flowers, I was no longer stressed about getting back here at 8 o'clock, and I wasn't worried about my appointment at 9:30 and all that other stuff. So, it felt real good. And I think we need to do a better job. And I work on it every day. I was slept in this morning. I appreciated that. And notice the little things, Janie. Thank you. I slept in today. I wanted to get out of bed and go get my coffee. And instead I took let's not say I sacrificed a whole lot. I got to lay in bed a couple minutes longer and think about things I'm grateful for, even some of the things that are challenging. And one of them was the rain outside. And again, I wanted to go splash in some puddles. Let's drink a little coffee. I got a whole pot to go. I'm meeting a guy at 9:30 in South Naperville. I've yet to shower today. Shannon, have I figured out where I might relocate? I haven't totally. Shannon's asking me a question. I haven't, Shannon. I haven't, Shannon. I'm still deciding. The answers haven't become clear yet. Hello, Jody Total. Or Toady. Hello, Logan Bradley. Thank you all so much for joining. We have a nice little audience today for a Tuesday. I wasn't sure how many people would be... Katie, Jody is your best friend? Heard your ex is getting remarried. Huh. I hope my ex does get remarried. Somebody's trying to be mean to me and said, I heard my ex is getting remarried. I hope she does. I have 2 ex-wives. For some reason, people like to celebrate that and try and be mean to me on this show. I got no ill will towards my ex-wives. My first ex-wife got remarried. He seems like a nice guy. I think he's been a good stepdad to my kids. And I hope my second if she wants to get remarried, I don't want to pressure anybody. But I hope she does. I hope she has a third time's a charm. I don't think so. Not for me. But I do hope I have no ill will towards my ex. I mean, she's being a great mom for my babies. I hope she finds happiness and joy and is happy today and is filled with blessings today. So I hope she gets, I don't personally care. If she wants to get remarried, I hope she does. But somebody was trying to be mean to me. It was kind of funny. I don't know why somebody's trying to be mean to me. I don't know why people are trying to be mean. Because people are different and there's mean people walking around. The other day at Super Target, I made a friendly comment to a guy. And I said, hey, that's a good cereal you're picking out there. Because I work in the cereal aisle. And he looked like he wanted to hit me. I do not smoke green. I used to every day. He looked like he wanted to hit me. He almost gave me a glare. Well, man, dude, I work in the cereal aisle. I watch what people, what cereals they pick. If I like one particularly, I might make a comment. I've heard I talk like Jerry Seinfeld. I like Jerry. Jerry's kind of interesting. His stand-up's not like amazingly good, but it's solid. His show was obviously probably one of the best shows of all time, and it was simple. Sometimes people say, I've heard I talk like Jerry Seinfeld. I look like Bruce Willis. Notice I went deep because I think Bruce Willis is, I don't think Jerry's particularly sexy. I mean, somebody might find him sexy. I'm sure he's fine for somebody. I am the enforcer of the cereal aisle. Except I don't push anybody. I'll make my recommendations. I'm surprised how popular cinnamon is. Cinnamon Life, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Some people come through and say anything with cinnamon makes me happy. I am from a town called Downers Grove, Illinois. It's just west of West Illinois. It's in Iowa. Downers Grove, Illinois is in Iowa. And I now live in Naperville, which is a town just about 10 miles west of Downers Grove. Yeah, Cinnamon Life. I'd say if I had a favorite cereal, I might say Cinnamon Life. Again, I just finished off some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Honey Bunches of Oats is a good one, and Frosted Mini Wheats is really good as well, because they all have a lot of weight to them, and will stick to your ribs a little bit and fill you up and make you feel good and keep you at least reasonably content till lunchtime. Let's have a little more coffee. Speaking of cinnamon. So anyway, I'm meeting a guy at Panera at 9:30. I think he watches my videos. I think he's on some social media platform or other. I think he's into video, social media at a higher level than me. And Paul, I'd love to have a friendly cup of coffee with you someday. I'm having a friendly cup of coffee with a gentleman in a little bit. And again, like I said, we're meeting at Panera in South Naperville. Looking forward to it because Panera's got a really good, is it a vanilla hazelnut? I forget what type of coffee they have, but they have some good coffee there as well, and free refills. Might get there early, get my caffeine on, maybe get a little work done before. Shannon, I think that's what he was talking about. He reached out to me the other day and said he thinks he can help with my videos. And they have a great soup too. They do have great soup. It is a voting day today. Is it voting day around the country? Or is it just a Naperville thing? I don't even know. But it's a day to vote. And I was talking about that, or I was going to talk about that. I met a nice lady outside. I was going to pay a bill, the city of Naperville yesterday. And honestly, they didn't take payment over the phone, so I had to go in. If I wasn't going to send it in, and I wasn't going to spend the money on the stamp. So I went in, and there was a nice young woman standing out front. I guess early voting was going on, has been going on for a while, and I think it's voting day today. And she looked at me and goes, "Hey, I know you." And she goes, "You're on that Naperville page." And I said, "Yeah, hey, thanks for recognizing me, or thanks for watching my videos. What's your name?" And we talked for a little bit, and she was out doing a little campaigning last minute. And I asked her what side of the aisle she's on, and she's on a slightly different side than me, but she mentioned, I'd call myself right of center. I don't know why I was going to be vague about it. I'd call myself slightly right of center, and she called herself left of center. I appreciated either way that she was attached to the center. Hey, Shannon, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. I will look out for snakes. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful day. But she said she was slightly left of center, and I appreciated that she had some view of the center, because I think that's important. I think a lot of people, especially with all the divisiveness that's gone on in the world over the last several years, have gone to the extremes. And I think if we all would kind of meet in the middle somewhere, and you can have your beliefs and stuff, but stop the hatred and stop hating each other and get along a little better. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to vote for her. I told her I was going to vote for her. I can't even remember. I know her last name's South. If anybody is out there watching in Naperville, she's running for city council here in Naperville. and her last name is South. I forget her first name, but a nice woman. I was impressed that she was working hard, and because I've done it before. I've stood out on corners, and Ashley South. Okay, well, thank you. It's Ashley South. Yeah, it was a directional name. Well, there is somebody from Naperville watching. But I'm going to vote for her, even though she's slightly on the different side of the aisle, because I was impressed with her work. I was impressed with her in the few minutes we spoke. And I just appreciate the hard work. I doubt my vote's going to mean too much either way. But I think she earned it just by being out there and, campaigning and working hard. And, again, just acknowledging that she's somewhere near the center, I was impressed with. And, I don't mind if somebody's left of center or right of center. I don't mind any real position. I just wish we'd cut down on the hatred and the anger a little bit. Do I know why Kellogg's Frosted Flakes were invented? Let me guess. Mr. Kellogg was eating cornflakes one day, and his son knocked a bottle or a jar of sugar onto it, and he said, "Holy crud, this is good. We might as well sell cereal like that." That's my guess of why Frosted Flakes were invented. By the way, my aisle sells cornflakes, and they also sell a honey cornflakes, which sits right next to it. I don't think anyone's buying honey cornflakes because I don't remember restocking those shelves at all. At all. At all. So anyway, let's have a little more coffee. Well, I've enjoyed this. I wish I could go live again every day. I had to make the decision a couple months back to not do this every day. What would you ask him? I don't know. What would I ask Mr. Kellogg? I don't know what I'd ask Mr. Kellogg. I'd sure tell him about my experience in the cereal aisle. I don't know what I'd ask him though. But good question, Jack. I so appreciate it. A lot of people are into gluten-free stuff lately, Scott Concrete. I do not. I don't avoid gluten or what have you, or buy any gluten-free products at all. I'm not sure what. I think gluten's wheat or something like that. It's amazing how much some cereal boxes go for. There's a cereal in my aisle called Magic Spoon. I think the box. It's a quality box, by the way, very colorful. Waterproof qualities. They must. But you're right. I think you're right about that. You pop in milk on a Cinnamon Life or cornflakes, they get soggy pretty quick. But on a Frosted Flakes, they stay relatively crispy for a little while. My mom stopped giving us sugar-laden cereals. It's funny you say that, Montgomery. My mother, I work obviously in the cereal aisle, and my mother passed a few years ago, and working in the cereal aisle reminds me of, thank you, Warren, reminds me of my mom a lot. I'm not totally sure why. She used to always buy the stuff on the end of our aisle, the like oat bran, stuff that didn't really taste very good. And we used to, when we're going on trips or vacations or little week, staycations or whatever we're doing, getting out of town for a little bit, we would each get to pick a box of each. I had 3 siblings, each get to pick a box of junk cereal. And that was always a big special thing. But when we were at home, we ate kind of, I don't know, granola, or if we were lucky, we'd get like Special K or cornflakes or something like that. And I don't know. It's probably good for us, but it's not nearly as fun when you're a kid. It's not even that nearly fun. I don't have it at my home. Hey, Paula, thank you for joining today. I'm probably going to get going because I've talked for a little over just about half an hour. And, well, what was the answer, Janie? Why did they invent Frosted Flakes? Don't make me Google it. Don't make us all Google it. Janie, who's an old friend, asked why they invented Frosted Flakes. We got to know the answer. We might not have to. We might not get to. We might end up Googling it, but that's okay. We'll find out the answer. Hey, Katie, thank you so much for joining today. I so appreciate you guys all for joining. Jody, hey, thank you for joining. And Katie, thanks for spreading the word. Jody, I hope you follow my page. Hope you, I wonder if you live in San Antonio as well. Someday I'm going to go to San Antonio and see the Alamo. Although, I heard it's not that impressive. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. I mean, I saw the movie. I got good memories. And but I just hear it's kind of smaller, maybe in a shopping district, a little smaller than you'd... in Arizona. That's cool. Wonder how you like the desert. I don't think I could live in a desert climate. I like rain and weather too much. And it seems in the desert, things are kind of brownish. Thank you, Abe. Thank you for joining me today. But anyway, let's have one more sip of coffee, say goodbye. It'll enable me to shower before I meet with this guy. I think cleanliness is next to godliness. And I think when you clean yourself, when you bathe, it's a sign of respect for the lives we have and what God has given us and that sort of thing. So I'm going to grab a quick shower, get a little something to eat, and hurry my butt down to South Naperville and meet with this guy and hope it goes well and see what he has to say and see if we hit it off. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for joining today. I appreciate you guys. Sorry I can't go live every day. I generally go live at 8 o'clock on Sundays and Tuesdays for the most part, and we'll pop on at random times. I want to thank you guys for joining. I want to thank you for following along in my story called Life. Enjoying a little coffee with me this morning, enjoying the conversation. Hope you follow my page. Hope you enjoy my videos, like my content. Hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself.